Hello and welcome. This is Sahara playing Pillars of Eternity, the White March, and we are in the keep. I can't remember the name of it. I can't pronounce it if I wanted to anyway. We just spoke to the lady in the throne, and I'm going to go ahead and finish out the rest of this exploration of this this level, and then we're going to go to the other room. There's nothing here. It says treasury, but there's nothing here. Well, that's odd. Which means they don't have any money. They don't have a treasury. Okay. So we have two ways. We have, this is going down. Is this marked on the map? No, it is not. But there's two doorways. One here. And then there's one over here on the other side. I swore there was. Yep. One going upstairs. This is just probably going into a different room. It is. Maybe I hadn't got here far enough for it to show up on the map. Nope, it's still not showing up on the map. She opened this door for us up here, but let's go over here first. Let's just take care of this first. Alright, we're in the library, it looks like. And we have another shadow. Couple shadows.
Brave thou
Okay, he's dead. So how come you're not doing anything? You don't really attack anybody. Do you? He has got causes nearby downed enemy to explode. Requires 3 pays chant. Oh, so he's got to chant first before these come into. Summons 3 skeletons to fight. Reduces damage reduction of enemies in the area of effect. Okay, trying to figure these out here. Shadow stuff. Alright, I think we're going to have to rest. Spiders have taken up residence in the empty shelves. So once he gets his chant, I don't know what this stands for, phrases. Yeah, we need to rest here. Camping is not allowed in this area. Oh, it's not? Is it allowed in this area? Camping is not allowed in this area. Oh, wow, okay. Is it allowed out here? Now we can. Movement. Consumable duration. I'm not using my vessel. Spirit. Accuracy against spirit. We're fighting against spirit, so let's go ahead and see if we can do spirit. Heal multiplier.
You're a newcomer to the Deerwood as well. What do you make of it so far?
So he's talking to me. I haven't had much time to take in sights. The people have seemed nice enough. There seems to be trouble brewing. These people are lunatics. How can you tell I'm not a local? Just a feeling I have in the gut. Because he's a godlike, I am too. These people are lunatics. So you have met the locals, kind of laughs. I don't know that they're so bad. There's a lot of fuss made of the deer would temper, but they seem to save it up largely for each other. They're a rather refreshing bunch otherwise, I think. I've whiled away an hour or two talking to the regulars in one tavern or another, and everyone from the merchant to the servant has an opinion to share. I'm sure they do. Alright, so back inside we go.
Got it.
And I did everything out of that area. I thought I did, but I can't remember.
Yeah. No problem.
No, I don't think I did. No, I didn't. I was afraid I was going to run across something else. Are we going to find anything? It'd be nice if we find something. Oh, look at how tattered everything is. No secrets, no secret bookcases or anything like that. That would be nice. This map shows the Deer Woods' old colonial borders. A settlement called the New Durnyard is marked in the place of present-day Defiance Bay. Does that have any bearing on anything? Okay. So we got the library investigated, though I don't see why it was necessary. There wasn't anything really in there. Do we want to go upstairs first, or do we want to go to this door? Well, we know he's down in the basement, so let's go upstairs first. All right. It feels as if cobwebs are the only things holding this rickety old mess together. Something has made a nest out of old straw and mattress ticking. So this was like a bed, or a bedroom. Or like a barracks, maybe? This is as far as it goes? This is it. That was it? No secret here, and no more secrets? What was the sense of having these floors if there's nothing on them? Well, in here, I guess. In we go. Oh, we got a mother.
Been out playing soldier again, have we? Go wash up and come help me shuck these peas.
As you draw nearer, the apparition in front of you resolves into an elven woman. Her stringy hair is tied back and she tugs at a loose thread on her apron. There's a distant hollow look in her eyes until she notices you. A pale smile descends like a veil over her face. She turns from you long enough to produce a basket like that like her is shimmering and semi-transparent. And no complaints. You've got to eat your vegetables if you want to grow up strong and be a real soldier one day. Just like we agreed, right? She watches you out of the corner of her eye. Say nothing.
Soldiers are important people. They defend the weak and punish the wicked. You're too young to understand now, but there are lots of wicked people. People like the man who murdered your father.
She crunches more husk between finger and thumb. Remind me what happened to my father?
Before you were born, the Glanfathans attacked settlers like us. They said we'd knocked over some of their special Adra rocks. That's why they call it the Broken Stone War. They got very angry, and so they came into our villages and killed many people. Your father was one of them.
A pod slips out of her grasp and she jabs the side of her finger with a jagged finger thumbnail. She says nothing as the skin slowly turns from white to red. He was one of the people the Glanfathians killed? That's what I said. Her voice is low and hoarse, and her hand is frozen over the basket. Something dark and empty clouds over her eyes.
That's why you'll be a soldier one day. To protect and to avenge. Why don't you go back out and play? I'll finish up here.
She stares at the trickle of blood on her fingers. Okay, so these are the people that were attacked. How come I can't? Or is that... That must... Visitors change... Okay, I did. Okay. So this is going down. Nothing else here. Oops. Do I have my... I'm not seeing anything. You would think there would be something in this keep that it was hidden. The silver trails of slugs gleam inside the barrels. Okay. We have an ivory spinner. Those are spiders. We got a couple of them here. Why don't we just shoot at it? One of them. Oh God, a couple of them coming at us. Okay. Switch. All right. Where are you at? That you need, where are you at? Probably in the middle of them. Right there. How about you? You're over there. Okay. Why don't you do your... You gotta do... second wind. You didn't do your fire, did you? Do that instead then. You need to do your rolling fire on them. What do you think?
What?
Okay. You didn't help him any. Oh, look at them all. Okay, where are you at? What are you doing up here? What can you do? Can you do... You haven't done any of your singing yet.
Following your...
Okay. Okay, can you do on... Who am I trying to get to? Can I do that like that? Maybe I can. Oh, I can. Okay. And you need to come up here. Who is this? That's you. Yeah, how come you're not fighting? Come on.
That's it!
Okay, I see something over here. There's still something over here. An irie. Okay, we still have...
Let's go!
Sacre tu! That's it!
Have more coming up. Nothing to you. Come on, attack. How about you attack? Come on, attack. Here we go. Are we done with the spiders? No, we got more over there. What's she got on her over here? She's got something that says, oh, current action.
course.
Let's see, can we get away from there and... Nope, we're not getting out of motion. Okay. We know there's some more spiders over here.
Let's go!
Sacre Blue!
New orders, Lieutenant. Ready your squad.
Okay, Commander, a spectral man arrayed in armor and an officer's cloak studies a single sheet of paper. You can see straight through it to the ducal insignias of his breastplate. He seems to read over the page several times before looking up at you. When he does, that expression is unreadable.
There's been a change of plans. Take your squad and march south all the way to the bow in the river. Bring a wagon team and a dozen barrels of pitch.
His voice falters, and he shakes his head. The hand holding the paper drops to his side. Tell me about the orders.
The instructions come from Admeth Hadred himself, which means they might as well have come from the Duke. We're to burn those hut dwellers out. Set fire to the deerwood so they've nowhere to retreat. Cut them down when they come out. Or let them blaze if they won't.
A ghostly sigh forms a mist in front of his lips.
It'll make this even shorter than the broken stone war, all right. And we can only hope it'll discourage future conflicts. I know this is personal for you. It is for many of us. But understand, we're doing this to end this war, not to continue the last one. Remember that we're flushing out the enemy, not burning villages for sport. Bareth will have his work cut out for him tonight.
Okay. Interesting.
Let's see what lies this way.
Anything in here? Nope. But we got stuff to pick up. Anything in here? Sometimes we don't notice them until we're walk right on top of them. Okay, so we need these for making spells. Not spells, but to enhance our weapons. What's in here? Just another cell? Yep. Oh, wait a minute. How come she was supposed to be in stealth mode? Okay. Oh, did we get in this one? So these are all... Oh, is this like a dungeon? That's what it looks like. Anything in here? Nope. It's all people who died. Did they die in the fire? I don't know. There is nothing here. Okay, so we got another way out. Oh, here we go. The cot is rough with splinters. Well, I imagine they all are. So this is even going down further. I don't see anything here. This goes up. The dungeons. The dungeons. Ooh, that's different. Okay. Inside the keep, I found a spirit entombed within the throne. Yeah, we already knew that. I might find one of those unfortunate victims has directed me towards where I will find a man. Okay, but isn't that what we're already doing? Part 2. Oh yeah, the winter march isn't, or the white march hasn't started yet. Okay, so we're doing the old watcher. We do have a
We'll
door
take
over
those
there.
farmers by surprise. Almost time. Di and Heather scouted the village last night. They're rounding up the rest of the party now.
An elven man turns to face you. His cheeks, his forearms, and the cartilage of his long pointed ears are smeared with indigo and blue paints. He grins wickedly beneath a thatch of wild hair. That's why he looks blue.
Don't
What
worry.
party?
Everyone remembers the raid was your idea. The Rio had to go along with it after you'd gotten the rest of the clan riled up. No one wants it said that the Nine Claws were too cowardly to stand with the rest of the tribe when the foreigners desecrated our ruins.
Don't worry, everyone remembers that raid was your idea. So who does he think I am? The Flow? The ragged strips of paint on his face twist as he laughs. You may not like them, but they're still our elders for now. A dead gray tooth pierced from between his lips. That was clever drawing the support of the community first. By the time you approached the Rawl, they had no choice but to support us. There's no doubt you'll join their ranks one day, so long as no father's pitchfork fells you tonight. He laughs.
The tribes need more leaders like you. Women who value deeds over words.
The ghostly warrior gives you a long, covetous look. His semi-transparent eyes blaze as they crawl over you. He reaches towards your cloak but stops midway, his splayed fingers quivering as a tremor of doubt runs through him.
You were right. We were too soft when the foreigners first came, and now they humiliate us. We'll be soft no more, and the invaders will learn to leave us alone once and for all.
So these are the hut dwellers that they're referred to as the hut dwellers, fighting against the foreigners, which were the soldiers. Okay. I assume, anyway, that's my assumption on everything here. We have a morning star. I imagine it wouldn't be that great a shape after this long. Okay, so let's go
Why
and
not?
lockpick it.
There, done.
Oh,
No,
cutscene.
keep away from us. Leave us!
Okay, so a large, liver-spotted man, barrel-chested and paunchy, cowers in the far corner of the room, his white hair a tangled, stringy mess. He covers his face and chest with trembling hands, unable to look in your direction. No, keep away from us, leave us. So this is him, Maerwald.
Maybe we should come back later?
Are you Maerwald? He looks up over his hand, the muscles around his eyes twitching, and begins whispering to himself in sharp hisses as though having an argument. All at once he stops shaking, a sudden calmness falling over him. His head tilts forward slightly, and he looks you dead in the eye. Like a cornered animal about to pounce, his voice turns suddenly raspy.
Maerwald isn't here, and he isn't fooled. He has sent for no callers. Be gone, deceiving spirit.
Oh, so he's possessed? Please, there is something wrong with me. I need Maerwald's help. He is Maerwald, though. I won't leave until I've spoken to Maerwald. I'm no spirit. Do I look like any spirit you have ever seen? You better start making some sense right now, or you'll get worse. I'm a watcher. I met a woman in Gilded Veil who thought you could help me.
Maerwald will speak with you, but you will maintain your distance, or you'll have me to answer to.
The old man turns his body away and has another muttered, sputtering argument facing the wall. When he turns back towards you, he has taken a confident stance, and his chest is puffed out like a soldier's. A new strength enters his voice. So he does have somebody living in him.
To speak to Maerwald? Maerwald, whose touch is poison?
Maerwald, who knows not his effect.
The man's posture folds, and the hands he'd held strongly at his side a moment ago resumed their original tremors. His voice is feeble and tentative. Maerwald, whose touch is poison. Maerwald, who knows not his effect. Wow, okay. I was told I'm a watcher and that you could tell me more about it. And about a tablet of some worth after that, once you two are finished, of course.
A window. Window to the ether, where spirits dwell. Peer and reach into it. Speak and listen through it. A watcher sees souls, reads them, knows their pasts, souls of the living, souls of the dead, an empath, and the souls see them back. Used it to help beings in both realms, did I. What the gods wanted of me, thought I.
Window to the ether where spirits dwell. Speak and listen through it.
The
Okay.
gods put me in the world for vengeance, and I obliged.
With a quick spasm, his shoulders strengthen and his voice becomes strong. The gods put me in the world for vengeance, and I obliged. Wow, it's like talking to two different
It
people
was the
here.
gods' wishes that we protect those lands. My way was the only way to remove the foreigners.
Okay, so he's one of the original, yeah. How are you? And his voice is raspy.
Little I knew.
He shrinks down and is in himself once more, and is himself once more. He cradles his face and shaking hands. Little I knew. I was accosted by spirits on my way here. What do you want? What do they want? No, I don't think he's lost his mind. I think he's possessed. I was accosted by spirits on my way here. What do they want?
No! Forgive me! Forgive me!
He staggers backwards, staring off at some imagined phantom. He covers his mouth with his hand, his breath convulsing, his eyes red and exhausted. You seem to have lost your mind.
Lost? No. Found more of it. Too much. Too much to bear. An awakening.
Does he have souls inside of him? Other souls other than his own? That could be what happened. Alof's eyes narrow as he looks at the old man. How could a simple awakening have driven you to this? You mean you remember your past lives? Lore too. You mean you remember your past life? See, this is why I have to have lore. Because it does come in. You mean you remember your past lives?
Something reminds. Memories stirred. Memories before birth. Other bodies. Other times.
Okay.
Memory. Personality. Identity. Any might resurface. Or all.
He looks again at the door behind you. And I seem to be having a conversation with several of them right now. Yeah, we are.
Ghosts of the mind. Maerwald has lost control. Maerwald's body no more.
Okay. So the spirits have passed. What are they?
Spirits, and not spirits. Always whispering to Maerwald, reminding him of his mistakes. No sleep. Watchers see memories before them, form them from the essence of their own souls. Once Maerwald awakened, he could not make them leave. Gave them more form, not less.
Okay. So they glommed onto him because they wanted to keep living? The spirits are memories from previous lives? Yes, they are.
Troubled memories, angry memories, pulling Maerwald back, reminding him his mistakes. Marauder and soldier, soldier and marauder, how could they know?
Okay. Why do these past lives still trouble you?
My fault. All my fault. Soldier and marauder. Soldier and marauder and Maerwald. No forgiveness for what's past. No undoing what's done. No sleep. No sleep for the Watcher.
He looks at you baggy-eyed and lost. So he was a Watcher. He'd crossed the line
War
somehow.
there was all around. War of stone. War of tree.
War of Tree. Oh, of course. The Broken Stone War and the War of Black Trees. This was in the early period of Adria colonization, fighting between the Deerwood colonists and the native Glenfathians, you see, but that was a long time ago.
Death we brought to the settler men. We, the 9 claws. Claws of 9. Worse what we did to the women. For love of the gods. The gods' love. For their love.
I met one of your memory spirits. There was talk of raiding a village. Maerwald's voice becomes raspy, and he is somewhere else in place and time speaking to someone unseen.
Hold her down. Head her. Give this Addy a bitch an heir that belongs in Air Glodfath.
So they're raping a woman. Maerwald cringes himself again, watching something he can't bear to see, shaking his head over and over. He wails. His soul is marked by flame, and those marks will never heal. His trial has broken him, but better that than to live in weakness. Keep talking. I'm enjoying this. You were a monster. You deserve this even for a past life. Terrible things happen in war. Living with what you've done is its own penance. Take your time. It's over now. It was long ago. Continue when you're ready. You are a monster. Take your time. It's over now.
The boy. The baby boy. The boy. Conceived in the raid. Conceived by force. Vessel for marauder. Slain in the raid. Marauder and the boy. Marauder and soldier.
A baby conceived by the raider? What do you mean? It was a vessel for him. Well, vessels are what they put souls in, right? The baby boy. Conceived in the raid, conceived by force, vessel for marauder. Oh. So the marauder, the boy became the vessel for a marauder.
For the soul. Marauder's soul. Same soul. One soul. Boy's soul. Marauder's soul. Raised in lies and vengeance. Raised to soldier. Raised for the fire. Born for the fire.
Then that was the mother I met in the keep. She told him his father was killed by the raiders.
You'll get no pity from me. The crimes of the 9 Claws clan in the last war are still unavenged. But the gods are just. They have led me here. In my father's name, every one of you will burn. Light it.
He looks off to the side as if someone else standing nearby. Well, so he came back to his next life to burn his own clan? No wonder it's such a mess now. That'll start you right down your own... Okay, what? So he came back in his next life to burn his own clan. No wonder he's such a mess now. That'll stain you right down to your soul. Wow. So he came back in his next life to burn his own clan. Wow. Maerwald soldier slump. He walks back and forth, agitated. He mutters to himself, oblivious to your
soldier
presence.
And marauder. Lies and vengeance. And dead villages. All dead.
Let's see. Your soul is given to wickedness. The only question is why the gods don't tear it apart. I see no reason, just bad luck. Whatever the reason, I don't think you're meant to know. You speak in riddles. I don't have the patience to try and understand. Whatever the reason, I don't think we're meant to know.
How little we know.
How do you tell a spirit from a memory? Yeah, how do you tell a spirit from a memory?
Fragmented are memories. Stuck in time. Mindless, cruel, never far.
I've seen apparitions like these elsewhere since I became a watcher. Tears well in Maerwald's eyes. Oh no, no, no. You too? You too. All at once, in spite of his abject misery, his expression changes to one of almost utmost sympathy. Poor woman, poor woman.
They will take you too.
What an inevitable madness. That can't be right. Kana folds his arms. There's always an answer to be found if you look hard enough. You are saying I'll end up like you?
So fragile, the Watcher's mind. So real, his memories. Once awakened, how can he sleep?
He pouts as though holding his mouth closed so that the answer won't escape. At length he nods. If I'm awakened to a past life, how would that have happened? Yeah, if I'm awakened to a past life, how would that have
You were
happened?
reminded of it. Strong memories, lingering lives, they dwell near the surface, waiting to be remembered, waiting to take your mind for their own.
Yeah, I figured that's what happened to him.
Maerwald sat at his hearth and watched his fire, watched the wood burn. Then came the memory of another fire and burning wood and screams.
His voice trembles involuntarily. There must be some way to make these memories go
No.
away.
Always there, always remembered. Can't forget, can't unsee.
I didn't just remember, someone caused this. They wore masks and spoke of books and keys and a queen. There was a man there. He seemed familiar to me.
Keys of lead, books of burden, queens that were. Known to me are they, the leaden key.
Which has to do with Canon's quest. The leaden key, it seems we share an enemy, Corinne. Assassins and Watcher wakens both. They certainly keep busy. Let me look at the time here. Oh, okay. Yep, we got time. And what can you tell me about the leaden key?
Secrets, and deceptions, and schemes. Who knows their answers? Not they. Not they. Crossed them before. Hatred of Watchers, hatred and fear. Much we see. Threat to secrets.
Okay. Who was this queen they prayed to?
Woodica, goddess, crown shattered and body burned. Binder of oaths and grudge holder. Bearer of justice. But whose?
If the leader key caused my awakening, could they undo it?
Many secrets do they keep. Unawakened? Mayhap. Who else if not they?
Maerwald's bushy white eyebrows edge upward. He begins muttering to himself. Just as you are about ready to repeat your question, he speaks. Okay. Do you know where I might find the leaden key?
City of Defiance. Never far from the Queen.
I need to go so I can search for this man from the leaden key.
Sleep well. Sleep well. Hold. I know your will die. Your actions were seen. You would sooner betray us to the Adir land thieves than take orders from me.
Before you turn to exit, he tilts his head forward, his eyes lock with yours, cold and dangerous, his voice gravelly. You're confusing me with someone from your past life. I don't have time for this. I will beat you senseless, old man. Take it easy. I'm not going to betray anyone. I'd sooner do a lot of things than take orders from a lunatic. You're confusing me with someone from a past
betrayal
life.
is for nothing. Your warnings are lost on these foreigners, and their blood will be Gallowayne's tribute this night. I have asked the elders for the honor of claiming your head as my first trophy, and they have granted it. Beg for the Seeker God to grant you a quick death.
I knew this was going to end up being a war battle. Okay, so we have stuff sitting here. Small wind blight. All right. What can you do? We don't want the concentrated ground. Divine Mark makes a target for retribution, inflicting burn damage and lowering deflection. Yeah, let's put that on you right off the bat. Oh, I don't think you can. He's too far away, isn't he? Iconic projection creates a slow-moving, energetic projection of the priest's faith, returning endurance to allies and inflicting breeze damage to enemies. Oh, we can do that. But we're not going to do it right now. Or we can do suppress affliction, concentrated ground, armor of faith, barbs of, oh, you can do that one on him. Okay. You can do, what can you do? And the rest of us are going to attack these things that we can't even see yet.
Brave does not believe.
Okay. So now he's green. Why is he green? Because he keeps changing. Alrighty. Alright, so you can now do the concentrated ground.
What?
Did we get him?
Brave
We
does
might
not
have.
believe.
There is a change in the air of the keep. What was thick and suffocating feels to you somehow more breathable, as though yielding to a conquering invader. Maerwald's body lies there, inert. You can feel his soul lingering there, uncertain. There is something unique about this soul in this place, a bond formed in decades of imbalance and lordship that feels somehow palatable to you, as though even in death, the keep knows its former master, and the former master remembers his keep. Wait, I gotta read that again. There is something unique about this soul in this place, a bond formed in decades of imbalance and lordship that feels somehow palatable to you, as though even in death, the keep knows its former master, and the former master remembers his keep. Okay. Corinne has gained Speaker to the Restless. Was granted Speaker to the Restless. In your mind's eye, the bond seems to you as a frayed rope, ghostly and alive. Its frayed ends writhing like tide pool anemones, and you find that if you concentrate on it, you have the ability to manipulate its strands. Sever the rope, allowing Maerwald to pass from the world. Draw upon the energy of the rope itself, siphoning knowledge from the connection. Oh, what do I want to do here? Repair the rope, finding Maerwald's soul here as an eternal warden. Why would we want to do that? I think he has a right to peace if he can have it. Sever the rope, allowing Maerwald to pass from the world. Draw upon the energy of the rope itself, siphoning knowledge from the connection. Oh my god, what would that do to me if I siphoned knowledge? Will I end up being like Maerwald then? Eventually? Is this what happened to him? I mean, I'm tempted to do the third one just to see what happens. Draw up on the energy of the rope itself. Yep, I'm going to do that. You turn both ends of the rope towards you, bringing them into contact with your essence, and as you do, the fibers turn to copper, and through them, an energy is conducted into your being. You are traveling downward now, beneath the place you stand, seeing places dark and cobwebbed and malignant, like some untended garden overgrown with flora and overrun with venom. Below everything, at the very bottom, you glimpse for an instant some being you can't quite make out, presiding over it all with brilliant and terrifying power. One image remains in your perception, a circular room with a stone table that resembles the sun, and an area guarded by suits of armor that move of their own by volition. It is deep, not far from the very bottom. There is a door in that room, invisible to all but the most fastidious of eyes, and beyond it, something shimmering, something powerful. As the image fades, you find yourself in Kalnad once more. Maerwald's soul is nowhere to be seen. Okay. Maerwald grows hostile after a conversation and suddenly attacked me. I had no choice but to kill him. I have gleaned what knowledge I could from his spirit, and it has shown me a vision of someplace far below, a secret chamber of some kind, and near the bottom, connected to a circular room with a table shaped like the sun. He has given me much to think about. He suggested my soul has been awakened to past lives as his had. If Maerwald is any indication, being a watcher with an awakened soul comes with a heavy price. He has directed me towards the city of Defiance, which seems a good place as any to seek out members of the Leaden Key, the group which awoke this affliction within me. Okay. Never far from the Queen. Maerwald has told me that I might find the Leaden Key in the city of Defiance, never far from the Queen. It is there I must go if I am to track down the man who triggered my awakening. Speak with the steward. Maerwald is dead, and what answers he provided me were short and cryptic. The steward in the Great Hall appears to have been the only one sentient being in this fortress. She may be able to provide some guidance. Okay. And then another one. Fragments of a shattered faith. Oh, okay. Eder has agreed to travel with me. He seemed to have some questions. After telling Eder that I was okay, Maerwald was not in any condition to answer questions. When we found him, Eder will have to decide how to proceed from here. So I'm gonna have to talk to him, I guess. Okay, so we got a grimoire. Yep, we do. Primal wand. Oh, wind. Primal wind. This whirling cloud of smoke and air flashes with occasional bursts of energy. Well, you get the grimoire. The sickly sweet smell of rot rises from the half-eaten fruit.
All right, then.
Eh?
Interesting.
Why not? There! Done!
Got money. Okay, we have a table. A worn book lies on the table, its pages filled with nonsensical scrawling.
Sure. This won't stop me for long.
Another one she has
There!
to unlock.
Done!
Moonstone? Yep, and money. Wow.
Hey.
Eder scratches his head and snarls and smirks. Well, I guess talking to a crazy watcher is better than talking to no watcher at all. So you don't want to add anything more?
What's on your mind?
So I was one thinking he was going to leave, but it looks like he's not.
Quickly and quietly.
Interesting.
Can I win that older set? I don't want to discuss it.
What? What'd you say?
What?
Do you have something to say?
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skinning your knuckles on the wrong door.
Okay, one of you had something to say.
Poor Maerwald. He couldn't contend with all that he knew of himself. A cruel fate.
And maybe my fate too. I don't think knowledge was the problem. He said that if I can find out what causes, it might help me. Maybe it's better to stay ignorant of some things. Perhaps, though in this case it seems like answers are your best hope of curing yourself. A matter of balance, yes? Yes, I agree.
Huh?
She didn't have any conversation.
Yes?
What do you think about all this? It looks really quick and how may I be of service? That's all. Okay.
Yeah. Got it.
All right, so we still have rooms here to investigate. We're not done yet. And I'm going to go ahead and do that in the next episode. If you're enjoying, click like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Sahara